Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Stidham, and joining me tonight is the big man, the killer, Salvador Sanchez. Killer, what's up?
Happy to be here, Mike. Happy to be here.
Because it's showtime. I tell you what, it is showtime tonight, though. We got a great card in store for you. We got a cat fight going on tonight. A cat fight, Andrea Miller and Amber McHenry. What do you know about these two young ladies?
I know Andrea's the champ, and for some reason, people are just playing dodgeball when it comes to fighting her. But
yeah, well, you know what? Amber's not going to dodgeball anybody, and this is going to be a really exciting match. I can't wait for it. But your main event, it's a match that has been in the making for quite some time, and finally these two giants are going to collide. When I say giants, they're giants in the small division. Oliver the Menace Bradstreet and nasty Nate Gerrard. I'm excited just thinking about it. Sal's got nothing to say. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you. In your light heavyweight division, got a couple guys that have not really had the best of fortunes in the cage of late. Cory Rassmussen showing up in his police uniform tonight. Maybe get a little intimidation factor. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Mike Risher, and Mike Risher is tired of people not wanting to stand up with him. This is what he tells me. He wants to keep it up. He's tired of people taking him to the ground.
Well, Cory Rassmussen said, I'm going to knock you to the ground. Light heavyweight Knowles bar, check it out. I always love it when the fuzz shows up to a fist fight, and Cory Rassmussen is the fuzz, and he's coming into the cage tonight carrying a heavy badge.
He can't bring them handcuffs into that cage.
Can't bring handcuffs nor a sidearm, just bringing the super tight shirt.
Hey, he's coming off from Elroy's last fight. Let's see if he can switch it up tonight.
Switch it up, Cory Rassmussen. 5'9", 185. Actually, he's a little lot bigger than that. They call him the Demon, and he's an independent street fighter. Had some training. Said he's had a lot of martial arts training in the past, but he's going up against the Lunchbox. And I'll tell you, it looks like Lunchbox has been packing some extra lunches. He's putting on some weight.
I love me some Lunchbox, man. He'll fight anybody.
He will. 6'3". It says 180 there, but you can clearly see he's been double dipping on lunchtime. He's weighing a little bit more than that Dangerous Dave Selyusted. You're referee for this contest, and we're ready to go between the Lunchbox and the Demon. Here we go.
The touch of the gloves. Lunchbox has got some height on Cory, man. Some reach, too.
Lunchbox got height on just about everybody he fights, but ate a big knee right there, and that did nothing but make Lunchbox mad.
Looks like Cory's getting a little mad. He's got that fist going upside that milk dud on top of his shoulders right there.
It does look like a milk dud, too, doesn't it? Right here, Cory Rassmussen able to pull guard on Lunchbox, but Lunchbox says, yeah, I'm not staying down here. I'm standing up right there. Cory fixing some
is that a leg kick?
Equipment problem, and that was a leg kick right here. Yeah, Risher really using the reach advantage that he's got there, landing some very nice shots in that combination. But here comes the Cory Rassmussen coming back with a nice flurry of his own.
Rasmussen looks like he's trying to put it together. That's 2-3 kicks I've seen.
Oh, baby, he rocked.
A right and a knee. He's putting it together real good.
Man, he's putting that lunch away right there. Very nice stuff. Cory Rassmussen herking and jerking now, though, man. Feeling a little bit like Muhammad Ali in there.
Head movement. This is a different Cory. Way different Cory than I see.
Yeah, you know, once he gets that confidence, and confidence can come from cracking somebody upside their dome, and he's done that a few times. But speaking of being cracked up on your dome, he's taking a couple shots here that, wow, big knee right there.
That's a big knee. Lunchbox is taking it to him. I think he's got Cory in trouble.
Cory's trying
is he calling a timeout? Oh, my.
He was trying to tap, and he just kept getting kneed. And I don't think Dave Selyusted could see it. Cory said, no, I think I've had enough here.
That most definitely is the wrong way to block a knee with your face.
Well, you know, I discourage that tactic. But Lunchbox got a big smile on his face, getting a big win tonight. He's got to feel pretty good about that.
Lunchbox finally getting the W, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more W's.
Addiction Motorsports has the baddest choppers on the planet. Check out their new showroom at 187 South Mountain Way Drive in Orem.
Okay, look, you cannot quit after this loss. Not saying you ever would quit. Who's in your sights now, if anybody's in your sights at all?
You know what? I'm going to take a big jump here, but Herrera.
Herrera? What are you talking about? Herrera who?
Well, Oso or whatever his name was, I forget.
You want Oso, huh?
Yep, I did not like that 27-second tap out, so let me get in shape, man. It's on.
Got Bronze? Body Bronze Tanning has state-of-the-art tanning beds and home of the 30-second spray-on tan.
Any shout-outs for us tonight, baby? Come on, give it to me.
Yeah, I got first off my sponsors, Infamous Tattoos. Thanks to those guys. Combat Cartel Fight Team, UCTC, all the trainers and guys I train with there, awesome. My lady, my big supporter, Jen, baby, family, friends, and all the fans out here tonight. So
I couldn't be happier for Lunchbox, finally getting that big win. He's been doing this for a little bit. But Cory Rassmussen stepping in and taking the fights on last minute. You got to give a lot of love to that kid.
Oh, hell yeah. He's got a lot of balls, Rasmussen. I mean, he's calling Oso out again. Oso's built like a truck, Mike. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's the blows to the head. I don't know.
Maybe he just got hit in the head a couple times. Hey, we got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. As promised in the show open, we got you a cat fight coming on right here. Cat fight of the highest degree. A couple really very talented women. What do you know about them?
They both train at UCTC. They're both tough, and as much as I want to see the fight, I don't want to see the fight. You know what I mean? You ever been in a situation
You know
like
what, though?
that?
They've been wanting to see this fight. It was inevitable. It had to happen eventually. Lightweight women's kickboxing. Check it out.
The fight came up. She just kind of approached Mike and asked if she could fight. She hasn't fought for a while. At first I told him no because I didn't want to fight anybody from my gym, but I just figured I haven't had a fight in a long time, so it was time to do it again. So I don't care who it is.
I just got back home. I was deployed down in Texas and out in California for about a year. Got home, decided to start training and fighting again, at least until school starts, and then I'm gone again.
To prepare for this fight, I've been just training every day, just doing my rounds, just listening to my trainers. Daniel's been helping me, he's my corner, helping me bust my ass to get ready for this fight.
Oh, definitely have lost a lot of skill. Well, not so much skill, but more like coordination. Definitely, there was nowhere to train. Apparently in the Air Force, they don't do ultimate combat, which is very interesting. But, so yeah, definitely it was a big change coming from the training we do in the military compared to the training we do here to fight.
I see us brawling tomorrow, and it's going to be a damn good fight. I don't know the outcome of it. I have my suspicions, but we'll just leave that to the judges.
I did not get stationed in North Carolina, Sal.
Hey, did Andrea say miscellaneous?
Ah, they had some miscellaneous sponsors. You know, those
Fighters aren't supposed to be able to talk like that, Mike.
She did use an extra large word there. You know, I'm telling you, I really understand your sentiment, though. I really want to see this fight, yet I don't. I love the hell out of both of these girls. I just want to hug them when I see them. 5'6", 120 pounds. She's a bad little woman. And Jorge, Amber McHenry, she dropped 15 pounds in a week to get down to fight this fight.
That's got to set some sort of fatigue in when she gets into this cage.
Well, she looks a little weary in that picture, doesn't she? 5'2", 120. They call her Jorge, and that's a nickname she picked up in the military, the Air Force. I thought she was crazy when she joined that Air Force, but seems to have done well for her. She's happy with the decision, and now she's back fighting for us, and couldn't be more happy to have this going on right here. We don't see a lot of kickboxing around here, Sal, but I like it. I like to kind of change the pace just a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing but stand up here, not many takedowns or anything like that.
Yeah, and Amber, she's been away a long time. We'll see if there's any rust. It looks like there's no rust so far. She's bringing it to Angie, the champ.
No, I'm telling you what, right now, first of all, you should know that Andrea Miller is the reigning champ here in Utah. She beat a very tough Shorty Isaacs last year to hold that crown, and Amber coming in and really taking it to her. I thought Amber would have a little bit more of a timid approach, but not so far.
Oh, she's all business, Mike. She's looking like the Amber of old, only a little bit better shape.
The Amber of old was a rolling terror. She's always been a tough girl, and I was a little bit apprehensive about putting her in this fight just because Andrea's been doing this week in and week out. Amber has not.
Andrea's fought them all. From Vegas, I believe, was that girl from Canada?
She's fought everybody and beaten them. And right there you see there's Andrea starting to pick things up just a little bit. But Amber coming right back. And just so you know at home, Amber is in the white wife beater and Andrea is in the gray wife beater. And right now there's some wife beating going on.
You got that, man. I love them side kicks Amber's been popping out like that. Those, you don't see that a lot, and they're real effective. She's using them effectively.
That's the really thing. You don't see them a lot, and when you do see them, they don't land as accurately as they have right here. Amber's been nailing them. She is really starting to get the upper hand, in my opinion, in this first round.
Yes, clearly she's got this first round so far. Bringing it to the champ.
That, I think, is a little bit of a surprise to the champ. I don't think Andrea expected her to come out on her, and perhaps that might have taken Andrea just a little bit out of her game. The fact that Andrea is coming in here, closing the gap, keeping the action fast and furious, not allowing Andrea to really get into her rhythm.
Yeah, she's got to be real surprised. I mean, if it's not another woman ducking her to fight, I mean, they come in real passive, and that's just not Amber.
It looks like Andrea might have hurt herself there in round number 1. She's limping back to her corner. I'm be curious to find out what happened there, but as we both have mentioned, our scorecards are very unofficial. I really did see Amber winning that round number 1. What do you think?
I'd have to give that round to Amber. Most definitely give that round to Amber.
Well, Andrea's got a little bit of work ahead of her then. She's got to come back. Right here, this is vintage Andrea Miller. She came right out firing, but I'm a little concerned about that injury, and hopefully it doesn't affect her. Doesn't seem to be right here in the early goings of round number 2.
Yeah, she's finally picking up the pace. The second round looks like she got a little warmed up that first round. And it's her title. I mean, she has to defend it. She's got to come out here and she's got to show the people, show Amber why she is the champ.
You know, you're absolutely right. There's this mystique about the champ, but really, whoa, that right there, I don't know if they're going to rule that a knockdown or not. That might have been a slip. I'm not sure. Dave Seiss said, what's he doing here?
Just making sure everything's all right. You all right?
He's going to give her a little filzy uppy and check her out. And then how Andrea slips. So it must be a slippery part of the cage right there. Maybe we want to look into that. But Dave Seiss said getting him started back once again.
Ooh, that was a lovely jab right there.
Lovely, but nothing came behind it, you know, and I really think that's what Andrea needs to do. She needs to start putting combinations together. She keeps popping that jab out there, but I'm not seeing a whole lot coming out behind it.
Yeah, you know, I forget how small these women are. I mean, they're so small. What are they, like a $115?
$115, $120 at that, and once again, a slip. Dave Seiss, they're not going to wipe the gloves this time just to get back to fighting, girls.
They make those gloves look huge, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. You know, that's a great point. They do. Because they're so small, those gloves look like pillows, but they're 12-ounce gloves. They're, you know, they're not the biggest gloves, but they're not the smallest either.
It's like kind of a stalemate going on here, give and take, give and take.
This is a tough round to score. The first round I thought was a little more clear cut. This one being a little tougher to score. A lot of back and forth action. 10 seconds left. Somebody could steal the round right here if they pour it on.
Yeah, see, this is where the champ needs to step up and steal the round. That's how you win decisions right there and win fights, is stealing the round the last 10 seconds.
You know, and I didn't see that. I saw a little flurry there. You know, maybe enough to give her the nod, but yeah, you know, there's so much tactically to this fight. Look at Amber.
Like Alice Cooper.
You know, I got to tell you, mascara and fighting, it's not a good match.
That's mascara? I thought maybe someone tinted her windows or something this week in the gym.
Yeah, she's you got to take that makeup off.
It's looking pretty.
That's great. Your corner man's giving you a little brush up there.
Yeah, like a powdered nose a little bit.
A little bit. All right, round number 3, and really round number 2 is a coin toss. So this round really, this is going to determine the winner of the fight.
Yes, most definitely. Oh, was that a knockdown?
That very well may have been. It might have been a flash knockdown. I don't think it was anything that hurt Andrea, but boy, yeah, it looks like Dave is counting her, ruling that a knockdown.
Amber really does use her kicks effectively, like I said. Now, that was a push kick right there. She did the side kicks the first round.
Oh, man, good combination there. She uses that push kick very nicely. That should have been a knockdown as well. If you touch the ground with your gloves, that's a knockdown.
Touches the canvas, that's a knockdown.
Not called that way, however. The action continues here in round number 3. A good match if you're just joining us between Amber McHenry and Andrea Miller, a kickboxing match. You notice nobody's taking anybody to the ground. Andrea's starting to get her timing and pacing and her distance down right now. She landed that left hand 2 or 3 times. Pretty solid.
Yeah, it looked like she started real slow, but she's picking it up. But, you know, Amber is no joke. She is bringing it to Andrea, and Andrea, I don't think she's used to that.
You know what, and I'll tell you what, I personally sparred both these girls. They both hit like Mack trucks. Andrea hits surprisingly hard for as small as she is, and the fact that, you know, these girls are taking the shots that they are, nobody really seems to be none the worse for wear, either one of them. They've both been taking them very well.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah, this is a very even matchup. Very even matchup.
This is going to be a tough one to score, you know, and I'd hate to be a judge on this one personally because, you know, I love both these girls. But secondly, it's just been a tightly fought match. I think Andrea might be stealing this third round right here with some nice combinations here late in the round.
And that's exactly what she needs to do, is just keep up this pace right here. Keep this pace up. Go home with the title, you know, and fight another day.
Yeah, oh, big right hand there. But again, I think Amber might have just been a little bit too far behind in this round, but the round number 2 is going to be the big question mark.
Yeah, Amber sure hasn't lost a step, though, and all that absence from the ring, I don't see any rust at all. What about you, Mike?
I'll tell you what, I'm very, very impressed with both these girls. I could not be more proud of both of them. Came out here and put on a great show for the fans.
I'm ready to watch another round.
Yeah, why not? Why don't we just throw them in there and do it again? And believe me, both these girls would love to do another round. Amber would have to go get some more mascara on, but other than that, she'd be good to go.
Mascara and Shawn Michaels in her corner.
Well, look at her corner man has more beautiful hair than she does. His mascara is dripping just a little bit as well.
Oh, Shawn Michaels going to be mad at you for that.
Oh, he's a beautiful man, is he not? Beautiful man. Wears that tight shirt so well. Where's his little brother's shirt so well?
What's he doing with his little brother's shirt on?
All right, look at these girls giving little shout-outs to their kids. You only see that with women fighters. Let's listen to what the judges had to say.
27-28. McHenry.
They double as cheerleaders on their off time.
Miller. It appears as though most of these do not agree.
Dave Seisted looks a little nervous.
The third judge saw about 29-28.
The Killer Miller.
The Killer Miller coming in with a big win. And, you know, they say this and you can't argue it. You got to beat the champ. And really, was there enough done to beat the champ? That's to be debated. I think it was a great fight, and maybe we can get these guys to do it again. Celerity Investments. If you have a vision, we can assist. Go to investwithcelerity.com to find out how.
Both of you guys trained your butts off for this fight. It was only a matter of time before this match happened, and it happened. Give the people your peace of mind.
Well, the way I look at it is this is just my first fight back, so I'll see you soon.
That's true. You have been absent for quite some time, and did you feel you had any ring rust or anything during this fight?
Ring rest or?
Rust.
Rust, yes, definitely. Definitely a little rusty. I was deployed for a year, so there was no training going on at all. Different kind of training, mostly running, push-ups, things like that. So yeah, this is a whole new game, and I got to get it back. So I'll see you soon, like I said.
What's on the agenda for you from here?
Oh, I have a lot going on. Hopefully I can fit in training time, but I'm in school full-time, working full-time. Got the military on the side with that too, so we'll see.
All right, we will see, and I know you'll be back. We'd love to have you back. Hope to see you back. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Amber McHenry. Come on, give it up.
Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
I'm not instigating none, but what do you think about doing it again?
I don't care who it is, honestly. I'll fight any girl out there that's in with my weight class. There'll always be a good fight, but like I said, I'm the champ, so you better watch out.
You better watch out. You heard her. Who's next on your radar, if anybody? What are you going to do from here? Just keep on training and whooping butt or what?
Pretty much just whipping some ass all the time, no matter who comes in the ring with me.
Anyone you'd like to say hello to out there?
I would like to thank a couple of sponsors, Hardcore Tattoo, Taylor Andrews for doing my hair, everybody down at the UCTC, my corner Daniel and Mike Stidham and his crew, and all you guys. So thank you very much for coming out. My family, my friends, everybody. Thank all of y'all for coming out and supporting me. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for coming out, champ. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Sal, that was one of those that I'm glad I wasn't a judge. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, like I said, I know both these girls personally, and as much as I hated to see it, this is a sport and this is a business, and they need to get paid, and they got paid, and the fans won tonight. If anyone won, the fans won.
Without a doubt, and you said it right when you said let's see it again, because I would like to see it again, and I was corrected. It's Killer Miller, not Red. She's Killer Miller now, so put that in the notebook. All right, we got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. Trouble's been a brewing at the Valley Fair Mall. A couple guys working down at the mall got into a little bit of a jawing match, and they said, let's settle in the cage here. What do you know about these guys?
Thomas Vialpando, he's a real intense individual, and he loves training to death metal.
But his opponent, Samson Lee, good-looking kid. We've seen this kid before. Thomas Vialpando better bring that death metal into the cage. Lightweight nose bar, check it out.
Well, this is my first professional MMA debut. I don't have credible experience, but I've been trained by my cousin in Jiu Jitsu. But other than that, I'm just a street fighter. But I do have a pretty good ground game, and that's going to be a surprise for Samson. He's not expecting me to have a good ground game because I don't have professional training. But it's going to be interesting.
Well, since my last fight, I've been training in the gym, been training with Sal, been training some MMA, kickboxing, boxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. I've been training hard, running, doing my cardio.
I'm gonna survive. Like, Samson's a first round guy. I've studied his fights. I'm gonna draw out the first round. I'm gonna take it to the second. Hopefully utilize some ground and pound, use some elbows. I get like on full mount.
So tomorrow, for my ultimate debut, I plan on doing a little bit of striking, jiu-jitsu, breaking a little jaw if I can, maybe sending someone to the hospital, whatever I possibly can. That's my goal.
Just want to say hi to anyone who's watching, my parents, which I told you to watch. Hopefully you're watching right now, and anybody else.
And people I'd like to thank is my sponsors, is Lapa Lapa and Against the Fence. They're located in Valley Fair Mall. And my lady, she supports me every day and every night.
He's gonna die.
It's weird she drives by my house every night. What's that all about?
Oh, man, I love me some Samson, man. I can watch his interviews all
Samson's
day.
on here. Thomas Vialpando saying, hey, my parents are watching. You're talking about sending the kid to the hospital, man. Can you say something nice?
Well, he is the necromancer.
Well, I'm not really sure what that means. Does that mean you get romantic with, I don't know, anyway.
It sounds cool.
Sounded very cool. 6 foot tall, 155 pounds is the necromancer. And Lil Tunda, people criticize him for being cocky. And you know what? I just think he's got a lot of energy. And this kid really has a warrior spirit. 5'10", 145. He had to put barbells in his pockets to weigh in for this one. Giving up a little sigh.
You know what? He's not cocky. He's just confident. He's young, good-looking, energetic. Why not be confident?
You know, the bad thing is this woman keeps driving by my house, so I don't understand it. If she had that young, good-looking kid, what was she driving by my house for?
Oh, man.
Oh, right there, man. Look at that kick just missing by Samson Lee. Maybe you heard my comments and taking him out on the necromancer. He just got caught with the right hand.
Yeah, he got clipped.
Boy, Vialpando rocked Lil Tunda. Lil Tunda feeling Lil Tunda in his jaw, but right there, returning the favor.
He's got some very accurate striking, this Samson. He's real skilled.
See, and I was going to say just the opposite. He's got beautiful technique, but he misses a lot, and I think he's trying a little too hard for the knockout here. If he would just settle down a little bit, this fight might be over.
Well, you know, you throw 100 punches, you might land one.
Yeah. He does have some beautiful technique, though. You watch him, and yeah, looks like he's got Vialpando a little bit hurt.
That's the words I was looking for, technique.
Yeah.
Pure textbook Muay Thai right there.
Well, Vialpando said, I got good ground game. Well, you got to get him to the ground if you're going to use your good ground game. And right now, you're just taking a beating. You're like a swinging hanging bag right there.
I thought he got hit in the short and curlies or something, the way he's bouncing around. Maybe he's playing possum.
Well, possum can be painful if that's what you're doing. I'd rethink that strategy just a little bit. Yeah, you know, man. This fight's got to be stopped pretty quick here. And, yeah, that was you mentioned accurate. That was an accurate kick, and it landed. You heard it. Wow.
Samson, come on, man. Don't you know the kid's parents are watching?
Yeah, man. You got to lead. Yeah, exactly.
Take it easy.
All right. Well, Samson Lee getting a big win right here, and Vialpando getting a big checkout by the doctor. Looks like he's going to be okay. Lonnie Foster, he's kind of laughing about this one here. Look at the hoppy Samson Lee.
I love some Samson. I love it.
Kid's got good energy, and he's got a great future in this game, no doubt about it. We're going to get him some tougher competition next time, though. Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
Thomas Vialpando, man, I got to give it up to you. You took some shots out there, but you hung in as long as you can. What was going through your head?
I didn't train enough.
You didn't train enough? Hey, I tell you, you look like a human Stretch Armstrong doll out there, the way he's taking them kicks. Obviously, you could take some pain, put some skills behind that, maybe get to the gym and train. You're going to be back, right?
Absolutely.
There is only one place to get all your favorite MMA gear, including UCE merchandise, and that is Against the Fence.
All right, Samson Lee, I seen you rehearsing, going over the little speech you're going to give, so go ahead and give it to us. Hold on. We want to hear this right off the top of your head, so give it to us again.
He was talking, and I told him I was going to knock him out. He got knocked out.
Okay, now give us your emergency speech, just in case you forget that one. Give us that one.
It goes out to my sponsors. I have one sponsor. It's Against the Fence. They're located in Valley Fair Mall. And I'm sponsored by Lapa Lapa. They serve some good food. They help me out. If you guys can check them out. And I'd like to thank all my people that I trained with. Mike Stidham, because he's the best. He's the owner of this place, and he makes it happen. If you're interested, come down. And I'd like to thank UCTC for training me every time I come in. Thanks.
Hey, you know what? Samson Lee went out there and he did everything I taught him to do, executed his Muay Thai skills greatly, and he's one of my best students.
You teach him to do this? Because that's what's going to happen. We arm wrestle, Sal. I'm going to give him, I tried to give him the last word, but you know what? He didn't have it. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. Your main event features a couple guys that are Hall of Fame inductees guaranteed in the Ultimate Combat eventually. Nate Gerrard, Nasty Nate Gerrard, has been on a tear. He's undefeated. He's beaten Sugarloaf twice. He's beaten some of the best UCE has to offer, but he's going up against his toughest test to date in the menace, Oliver Bradstreet.
Oliver Bradstreet has pretty much controlled the division for so long, and Gerrard's like, you know what, I'm going to take that from you. It's time to pass the torch.
Wally hasn't just controlled one division, he's controlled 3 divisions for so long. Now he's fighting up in weight against the guy who's undefeated. This is going to be a lot of fun. Now, Ollie's been down in Las Vegas at Extreme Couture's gym, getting ready for this thing. This is going to be a lot of fun. Lightweight, no holds barred. It's your main event. Check it out.
You know, Ollie, he's a tough wrestler too. I think his conditioning is really good. I think he grinds out a lot of people and makes them quit, and I think that's why he wins. But I think I'm a tougher wrestler. I'm a bigger wrestler, so I think I win in that area. I really don't picture him knocking me out. I don't think he has the power. I know he's been training, but I don't think you have 50 fights and then change your whole strategy, you know, in a month. So I think I'm gonna have this on the ground definitely. I want to thank UCTC. Of course, my wife Jamie and all my family that's coming down. So, I'm coming out to Vernal on August 23rd, so I hope to see y'all out there. I just want to wish Ollie good luck. I hope he brings his A game. So.
Ollie not able to make it to the pre-fight interviews because he got stuck in Vegas on his way here, but he's here for the fist fight, and I'm not even going to make any jokes about Nate Gerrard's wife. That kid's too tough.
Yeah, he'll put you in a headlock for sure, Mike.
All right, the menace, Oliver Bradstreet, man. What can we say about this kid that hasn't already been said? 5'7", 150, and that's 150 with rocks in his pockets, because he's got to put those in there so he can fight people. And you know, you're putting rocks in your pockets to fight a guy like that, man.
Yeah, Nate Gerrard is he's just an animal already.
He's the real deal. 5'8", 152, 155. He cut down to 155. They call him Nasty Nate, but what a great addition to the Combat Cartel fight team. They're so happy to have him, and really he's kind of become a leader of sorts in such a short period of time in that group. What a great kid.
And not only that, he's got his own little following going on. I see a bright future ahead.
No, I'm telling you, I'm going to hang on to this kid and just hope he takes us places, because he and Oliver as well. I mean, Oliver is a kid that, you know, really you can hang your hat on him. that right there, that is the ugliest kick, and he does it all the time, and I criticize it all the time, and finally somebody cut it and dunked him on his head for it.
That's just Ollie's style, man. You know, he just puts himself out there and just rolls the dice, so to speak. You know what I mean?
And I'm talking about in life in general. He just rolls the dice out there. That's what he is all about.
I love him. He's a scrapper.
Man, you know, I could not have more regard for two fighters than these two right here. I really honestly think the world of both of them, and just the futures that we're going to see from both of them, man. It's exciting.
I mean, and you know, and the crowd is really getting their money's worth tonight. This is an E-Center event. You know what I mean? This is a big, this is a main event for a very, very big show, and it's here with this crowd. And
no, you know, listen, folks at home, man, you're watching the beginnings of some very, very bright careers. When I say beginnings, Oliver Bradstreet's had 50 fights.
50 fights.
There are guys in the UFC that haven't had 1/4 of that, but he's had 50 fights.
I didn't know he had that many fights.
Yeah.
I know the kid used to fight like every weekend.
But you know, most of those guys were just, you know, journeyman street fighters, whatever. Now, Ollie's really trying to take this to the next level now, and that's why I say it's the beginning of his career, because really it virtually is. He's taken a new outlook on it, and he's really trying to go places with it, and he moved down to Vegas. He's training at Extreme Couture. I think that was a great move for him. A lot of distractions here in Salt Lake City, as if there aren't any in Vegas, but he's training at a world-class facility with world-class fighters every day.
Yeah, and it's a new beginning for him, you know what I mean? The sky's the limit for Ollie Bradstreet. That's my opinion on the matter.
You know, I'll tell you, what a great kid, though. He still calls me for advice, you know. I mean, and he's moving on in his career, and that means a lot to me. I think, you know, I want him to know that. But, you know, and now you're looking at Nate Gerrard, and what a prospect this kid is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he's most definitely going to get some good experience out of a fight like this with Ollie. Either way, you know, however the match ends up, both these guys are going to come out of this match a better fighter.
I think that is a great observation. This is really a no-lose proposition for Nate Gerrard. You lose to a kid with 50 fights, you lose to a kid with 50 fights. And by the way, most of those 50 fights are wins. So well over 40 of them are wins. But you beat a kid like this, and what a great vault for your career that can be. But, you know, just showing well like he is right now. I mean, this is a great back-and-forth match. You're showing that you belong in this company. You belong to be mentioned in the same sentence as Oliver Bradstreet.
Yep, and it's just another day at the office for Oliver Bradstreet. His whole attitude, I like a guy with that kind of attitude, that I don't give a damn attitude. I'll fight you. I'll fight you. I'll throw my leg up in your hands. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, same can be said about Nate Gerrard, because he was not awestruck by Oliver Bradstreet. In fact, he's confident he's going to win this fight. And he says, you know, I'm not going to be intimidated by the mystique of Oliver Bradstreet. I've seen him fight, and I think I can beat him.
Yeah, and that's a rarity with these young fighters, too. I forget how young Nate is.
So much to talk about. We didn't even talk about much of the action going on there, although it was very good action back and forth. Tough round to score between both these two, but Nate Gerrard was on top the most of the round, and you know, he stayed relatively busy on top. You got to give the nod, round number one, to him, but in very reluctant fashion. I mean, I can't say I give them a complete nod on that one.
Yeah, these two were very well matched, and I'd like to see some more punching, though, you know?
You know what? Both these guys are wrestlers, and I didn't expect to see a lot of punching. What I like about this matchup here is that right there, the transitions, the never-stopping motion, and right here, Ollie going for a knee bar. That's what I was excited about, and that's what we're getting right here. Oliver might have that on. Yeah, missed it.
Oliver's got like this weird wiry body. You know, he slips out of moves, he'll come up with an ankle, he bends his whole body, and in ways that I've never seen before.
You know, I've always kind of likened him to a cat that always lands on his feet. Oliver always seems to land in the right position. He hasn't been able to do that so far against Nate Gerrard. And I kind of attribute this, Nate Gerrard's bigger and stronger. I mean, that's plain, and you can see that right here. But Nate's got good hips. He knows how to stop the motion when he can, and most of Oliver's opponents haven't been able to do that.
Nuh-uh. I don't think most of Oliver's opponents does not have the wrestling skill that Nate Gerrard most definitely has right here, as we're seeing. He's calm. He knows his business. You know what I mean? He's not jumping off to any weird moves or nothing like that. He's taking his time. He's working his positions, and that's why he's staying on top.
Yeah, you know, he is. I would like to see him get a little more active offensively on top here. I'd like to see him at least throw some punches or work to better his position. It seems as though he's content with getting this position and holding it, which is not a bad strategy if you want to win a decision.
Yeah.
But, you know, Oliver Bradstreet's a guy, man, he's so dangerous. You might want to try to get rid of this kid if you got an opportunity to do that.
Oh, yeah, it just takes one punch, especially from a guy like Ollie Bradstreet, or one leg lock, some weird.
One of these, Ollie can find ways to hurt you in so many different ways, and he has right here. He's in a pretty precarious position, still throwing and landing knees to the body.
Yeah, he's working. I mean, he's on the bottom, but he is staying busy.
He's the busier fighter right now, and if I were to be a judge, I mean, I'd be giving the nod to him at this point in this round because he has been the busier striker, even though Nate Gerrard's on top and got the takedown.
And if I know Ollie, this has got to be frustrating him, man, because he's the type of guy that just wants to get in the action. You know what I mean? Get in the action. Let's throw something. Let's do something crazy.
Well, that might be part of Nate Gerrard's game plan. You know what? I know that that's Ollie's or his preference, and so I'm not going to let him do that. I'm just going to camp out right here and frustrate the hell out of him until he does something stupid. And right there, I think Dave's got to look at standing these guys up at some point. Not enough action for me, and not enough change of positions here. Oliver Bradstreet, once again, very busy from underneath with those knees. This is a tough round to score, but honestly, I would give the nod to Oliver Bradstreet on this one.
Yeah, this is very tough. I'm glad I got the microphone and not the judge's scorecard. I tell you that right now, because I can just talk all the smack I want, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean nothing.
It doesn't mean a thing, that's for sure. We're going to see a round number 3, round number 2 dwindling down. Once again, man, it's hard to say for a judge what their preference is. Some judges just like position. They're tangled up here pretty good.
So would you give that one to Ollie?
I would give that one to Ollie. Ollie landed, strikes almost constantly from underneath. Nate did get position, but he just held position. I didn't see an elbow being dropped or, hold on a minute, an elbow being dropped or any punches or anything like that. Once you get position, you've got to do something with it. You can see in the face of Oliver Bradstreet, he is frustrated.
Yeah, he's getting angry.
So maybe you give Nate Gerrard that benefit that he was able to frustrate Oliver Bradstreet, the menace, made him stop being so menacing. We're going to see more of this when we come back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, round number 3 between the menace, Oliver Bradstreet, and Nasty Nate Gerrard. So far, one of those matches that I'm giving round number 1 to Nate. I'm giving round number 2 to Oliver Bradstreet. Very tough, both rounds, very tough to score.
Yeah, and if you do not know who Nate Gerrard and Oliver Bradstreet are, you've probably been living on the moon for the last couple years.
And if you don't know who they are now, you will know who they are. Oliver Bradstreet has got a tight guillotine choke on.
He looks like he's got that pretty tight.
That is on, and it's on tight. Nate Gerrard posturing up, get himself just enough room there.
He's got his thumb up, though.
Nice work, nice work. I like that. That was a very heady thing for him to do, to put his thumb up like that, to let the referee know, hey, man, I'm just fine under here. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, and then let the crowd know and all them Ollie fans, not this time, buddy.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Again, Nate Gerrard showing his savvy, his ring savvy, and again, he's not fought 1/5 the times as Oliver Bradstreet, but very savvy fighter. Nice work, both of these guys. Good transition there. Oliver trying to escape, didn't quite get it.
And here we go again, working from the bottom.
The crowd chanting Ollie, and now a few Nasty Nate Gerrard guys getting into the fray with some Nasty Nate chants as well. And both these guys, man, good stuff, Sal.
Yeah, I don't know if Ollie is just out of his game plan right now. Maybe there could be some fatigue setting in, because he told me he was training so hard down there in Vegas that
I don't think
overtrained.
I don't see that at all. I think a bigger, stronger kid is on top of him and just kind of holding him down. Ollie's doing everything he can. He's getting out, but just being drugged right back down. Now he's got his hips up and finding himself back up on his feet. I don't see this as a fatigue issue at all. I think Nate Gerrard's executing a game plan, albeit not a really super exciting game plan.
But an effective one.
An effective one nonetheless, absolutely.
See, that's what Ollie needs to do.
Those shots were actually illegal, standing and striking there. But, actually, these guys can stand and strike in this fight. These guys are fighting under professional rules.
Give them some more illegal strikes, Ollie. I know you want to. I know you want to.
Okay, how do we score this round number 3? It's close.
Yes. You know what? The first round went to Nate. The second round, Ollie. And now this round is just going back and forth. Finally, Ollie's on top. Looks like he's gonna take Nate's back right there if he can get it.
Man, Ollie's on top, and he's busy. This is what you need to do when you're on top, is throw some punches. You got to keep your hands busy. You got to keep striking, but another takedown.
Yes.
So once again, you've got judges. Do you like grappling? Do you like striking? What do you prefer? I'll give you this. You see right there, Oliver Bradstreet is not tired. He's fighting his ass off. Just, man, he's just got to be frustrated.
Yeah, he's totally thrown off right now. And he's going for the guillotine again, but Nate Gerrard, he's too calm. He's too savvy. I don't see him put in any sort of choke like that.
He's not going to get choked out, but he's not doing anything on top either. And, you know, this is going to be one of those that either way this fight is scored, there's going to be some controversy. You can see a complaint either way. And Ollie, see, look at him. He's still wide awake. It's still lots of energy. Just frustrated.
He's ready to go another round.
He is. He could go another round. Ollie could go 5 rounds right now. It looks like he's very fresh. But, man, how hard is it to be underneath a big, strong kid like that?
It's got to be tough. You can tell he gave up some weight.
Once again, Ollie showing a little bit of frustration in his face, but you know, he's happy to be back here in Utah and doing some fights here in front of the hometown crowd. Been living down in Vegas, and probably nice to get away from the city of sin once in a while and come up here and fight where people love you, they know you, and they love you. Ollie is a staple here, and he walks around town, and they treat him like a superstar around here, and he is. You know, he's a great kid. Let's listen to what the judge had to say about these two.
It's all about 29, 28. Bradstreet.
Roll of the R's for our Hispanic viewers out there.
It's all about 28, 29. Gerrard.
There you go once again.
Miguel Steadham reading up.
Got a lot of Hispanics in the audience tonight. That's lovely Mrs. Gerrard there.
27-4-0 winner. Fighting out of
Spit it out.
Come on, this guy taking a drink of his beer real quick.
Crowd's got to love this. Nasty Nate.
Wow, Nate Gerrard coming away with the win. He's happy about that. Controversial, but not controversial at the same time. I think it was one of those, again, it's a matter of choice, and give a different panel of judges that could have gone a different way, but this panel of judges saw it this way.
Yeah.
Big win for Nasty Nate. Skull Candy, the official headphones of the UCE. Check out their complete line of headphones and accessories at skullcandy.com.
Oliver Bradstreet. Thanks for coming back to town, man. You made a long trip back out here from Vegas. This wasn't the outcome you was expecting. Talk to me, boss.
Short notice, underweight, and I've been training hard, so I've been sore. So it was a couple days off was just enough to make me feel right, but I still felt it in the 3rd round. I was trying to be a little smarter than I have been, do a little less stupid, excuse my French. And it made me a little slower than usual, but every day's an improvement, and we'll be back.
So you feel you overtrained a little bit for this fight?
I wasn't prepared because I was training 3 days ago. Mike asked if I could come up, and I said sure. Long drive yesterday. It's just been a tiring week, that's all. But that'll go again for sure. Next time I'm gonna knock him out, so it's cool. I hope you heard it. It's on.
I'm sure no one's gonna be disappointed, Oliver. We love having you. You're Johnny on the spot when it comes to taking fights. Everybody knows that. All the Oliver Bradstreet fans know how you are. You will take a fight at the drop of a dime, but I hope you're not dropping no dimes. But on another note, what else you got going for us? What do you see in the future, Ollie?
Give me a couple more months and I should be in tip-top shape. I'll take on anybody they'll give me. I would prefer to actually fight my weight, though, hint, hint. 145, 135 would be awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank a few people, Tough Country, Easy Ride Suspension, Tyler Ayers Law Firm, everybody else has helped me out, and Randy Couture's gym. They've been awesome to me. Thanks, guys.
Are you Army strong? Find out what it takes to be a soldier in the U.S. Army at GoArmy.com.
My man, Nasty Nate Gerrard. Those are your people out there, Nate. Those are your people right there. Great fight. You got the W. I'm gonna give you the mic.
All right, I'm not a man of excuses, but I took that fight short notice as well. But yeah, if I knew I was gonna fight Oliver, I definitely would have worked a lot on cardio. I think I had a great game plan going in. You know, I warm out first, second. I think I dominated. The 3rd, I got a little trying to rest, play it safe. You know, I got punished for it.
So you're also saying you could have done better, you're saying?
Oh yeah, I think so. I'm not a man of excuses, but I just got to defend myself a little.
Well, I'm sure this will make a great rematch if that's in the books. If not, you never know. What do you got to say to the people? Obviously, you got 100 new Nate Gerrard fans out there. They're all over the place yelling your name.
What about that Nate Gerrard? That kid is incredible.
I think it's safe to say the torch has been passed. Perhaps, no, maybe not. What do you think?
I'm going to tell you something right now. Oliver Bradstreet has something to say about that. We might have let you borrow it for a minute, but trust me, I know Oliver. He's going to want to come snatch that thing right back. But got his hands full with Nate Gerrard. Great night of fights. The girls did their thing. The main event did their thing. It was a great night of fights tonight, Sal.
It's been some terrific fights. Like you said, the women's champ was out here. The quote, kings of Utah's Ollie Bradstreet, Nate Gerrard, they was out tonight. I mean, the cards are getting better and better, and it's going to be even better next week, Mike.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because next week we got a lot of good stuff lined up for you. Fist fights, oh plenty. Tune in next week. Salvador Sanchez, thanks for doing your thing tonight. Hey, we'll see you next week on the Ultimate Combat Experience.